Best of three regattas, aggregate times to win, and a little bit of controversy in the first regatta. Med were to get a 5-second penalty for crossing in front of the Calpe boat, causing them to slow down. Calpe nowhere to go, the groin there, the boats very nearly colliding, and there you can see the Calpe oarsman just easing off slightly to avoid the collision. And Med, as I say, getting a 5-second penalty for this. This was at under 18 level. The Med crew, James Viñales, Peter Buttigieg, Ian Viñales and Ruben Rodriguez, with Sigurd Haviland as cocks. And they clocked 155.71 to Calpe's 201.19, though there was that 5-second penalty to be added for the boats crossing over. Then it was the turn of the ladies. For Calpe, we had Lina Baglietto, Anne Vella, Stacey Grech and Sharon Davidson, with Charles Bonfante as cocks. For Med, Joanne Alger, Debbie Bensadong, Natalie Wall and C. Harrison with Mark Hemme as cocks. Calpe clearly in front from the start in this one. The ladies have been dominant this season, as indeed men have been dominant in most of the men's regattas. But Calpe knew that as the aggregate times of the three crews would count, it was important to win by as clear a margin as possible. About 1 length coming up to the closing stages. Calpe just raising the tempo a little and finishing in 2 minutes 16.86 seconds to Med's 2 minutes 20.69. So some 4 seconds, the difference between the two boats at the end of that length of Eastern Beach. And with the Med and Calpe crews in the first regatta, after the penalty being more or less neck and neck, it meant that Calpe had some 2.5 seconds lead over Med coming into the final regatta. Good weather conditions, as you can see, the boats taken over to Eastern Beach on a trailer. Though being the end of the summer, there weren't that many people on the beach. So there was also beach volleyball competition, which has been organized also for National Week, which had attracted some people, and this made for more spectators. Between regattas, the crews having to swap the boats and swapping crews. There you see the first crew about to take to the water. And another novelty was the fact that as they were starting by the rocks on the southern end of the beach, people on the rocks were able to hold the tillers and control the boats so that the starts were much more precise than is normally possible. The first crew, Med, opened a lead of about 1 length, but then Calpe came very, very strongly indeed and were eating into that lead with every stroke. The Calpe first crew of Shane Shakaluga, Leslie Grech, Edmund Bensadong and Nicky Pryor just missing out by the narrowest of margins. 153.28 for Stuart Bensadong, Liam Yates, Cathal Yates and Tyron Moreno. Calpe 153.58, but because they were so close, it meant that on aggregate time Calpe had won with some 2 seconds to spare. So a rare Calpe victory for them this season.